AGamer here, and I'm going to be doing a first impressions video of ArcheAge, or ArcheAge, don't really know how to pronounce that. Created by Tryon Worlds, I believe, and using the CryEngine 3. That's right, Tryon Worlds, the same people behind Rift, and using the same engine that created Crysis 3. So if you like Rift and you wanted Tryon to make a game with Crysis 3 graphics, I guess this is the MMO for you. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be running around the game for maybe 10-15 minutes, make a few comments, and if you like the game or want to learn more about it, I'm going to leave a link in the description to Tryon website and the ArcheAge website. Kind of sounded like Omar there, so I guess that's a little shout out to him. So anyway, let's begin by actually creating a character. As you can see, I created one called Shadowy. Couldn't really think of a name, so I just made up the first thing, Shadowy, and then deleted him to see how it was. And apparently it actually takes some time to delete, so if let's say a friend deleted your character or your girlfriend or boyfriend, I'm pretty sure some of you have been there, I guess you have some time to prevent it, although I don't really know how to stop it. Cancel deletion, yeah, right there, cancel deletion. So that's actually a pretty nifty tool, so pretty cool. So let's begin with the character customization screen, and let's jump into the customization. As everyone knows, I'm going to be spending 4 hours and 5 hours in this creation screen. Then, as soon as I get in the game, the first thing I'm going to be doing is putting on a helmet so I can never see my character's face. Coolio! So, let's see what we got. We got the Nuyon, the Elves, and apparently, oh, okay, takes a little time to load. Apparently he didn't have a face there. We have the Elf, the Aryans, which, cool, they're all transparent. And it looks pretty cool, looks like a little cat. And a Harani, and he's apparently all transparent, so that's pretty nice. I have no idea what that's going on. Okay, and they just look like standard humans, the Nuyon, the Harani, and the Elves, pointy ears, I guess that makes them an elf, right? Cool. And then we got the little cat creatures. I'm gonna go with the cat creatures, because you know what, they look the most unique out of all this, so that's pretty cool, nifty. The Firon, or the Firon. Claw to earth, blood to water, fang to wind, fur to fire. Nice little quote there, pretty cool. Also, let's see what they got. They have, apparently from what I'm looking at, a little bit, I guess, race bonuses. We got a buff cat-like reflexes. More nimbly decreases fall damage by 20%. And then climb trees and ladders 30% faster. Let's see what the elves got. They got hold their underwater breath for an extra 20 seconds. I don't know if that will ever be useful. Elves talented swimmers. So apparently the elves, these are like water elves, so they like water. Hold their breaths and swim faster. Let's see what the humans got. Newlands receive extra benefits from visiting her realm. Doubling the time their stats are increased. Alright, so I guess that's just little nifty little buffs. It doesn't seem to be PvP or PvE related. It just seems like, I guess your playstyle or whatever, if you want to have running faster or swimming faster. That's pretty nifty. Alright, so also the Nuya and the Harani. Okay, so I guess they're like races. Sort of reminds me of the Horde and the Alliance from World of Warcraft. So I get to choose which one, right? And yeah, they're hostile to each other, so that's pretty nifty. Alright, so let's begin with what I wanted to look at. The appearance and the customization. I don't want to look too much into the actual descriptions of the characters. Dang, that's pretty nice. Look at that. I look badass. Look at my nose. Someone punched me in the face. That's pretty painful. Alright, so I don't really want to spend too much time, as I really want to just get into the gameplay. Is there a random button? Because I really like just pressing the random button. Is there a random button? Not really. Is this a random button? No, it's not a random button. Well, let's just see what they got. We got hair. We got some nice dreadlocks for the cats. We got a fro. That looks pretty damn. Damn. It's a big-ass fro. I'm just going to go with the default look. I guess I could change its hair color. Pretty cool as well. We got some hairstyles here. I'll keep this one. Let's look at the eyes. Well, I mean, standard. Let's look. Alright, I got some bushy brows. And I can actually change the colors of my iris and my brow. Let's make it put on it. Does it change anything? Doesn't seem to be. Style. Oh, I get some nice makeup. Oh, okay, never mind, just black eyes. Cool. Oh man, I got punched really hard there. Cool. I'm gonna keep the default skin. I'm guessing this is tattoos. Sweet. This looks awesome. Alright, and I guess I got some laugh lines there. I'm just gonna keep with the default. Just seeing what they got here. It looks like they got I guess a decent amount of customization. Although I did hear about this. This is what I really wanted to check out. Painting, or more likely like tattoos. Let's see. That looks pretty nifty. But what I really wanted to check out is imperfections. I guess they can't really say tattoos for whatever reason. What I heard was not only can I actually choose. Let's go with the default so I can actually see the skin color. Can I delete current selection? There we go. So what I heard is that, here we go, location, I can actually choose a tattoo I want. Let's say I want that one, and then I can actually drag the location and choose where I want it on my face. That's pretty damn cool. That's actually, I've never seen it in the game before, ever. That's going to add some really good customization to characters. They're always going to be unique depending on where you put it. Like right here, I can put it right over my eye, look like a badass, or I can just put it over my chin to look like I have an extra chin or something. So that's pretty cool. I really like it. I can also actually change the size of it and then actually change the angle. So you know what? That is actually freaking amazing. Now, I'm going to put it in the most standard place ever, right over my forehead. Or right here. That looks pretty badass. Right over my nose, because I'm a badass. Awesome. And then I can choose, I guess, pre-made. Oh, that's pretty nifty. Eyes, nose, mouth, head. So it goes further into that, but I don't really want to spend too much time into that. After all, I'm going to be putting on a helmet anyway, so awesome. Alright, so I guess I'm going to accept this. And then I am now going to be going into the, I guess, class selection. And apparently everything is transparent. Why is that doing it? Weird. Could be that because, I guess, maybe the graphics are too much for my computer. It's either they have really good graphics, my computer's shit. Alright, so let's see what we got here. We got Battle Rage. Nice little sword there. Just cut open that scarecrow. Do a little spin attack. Battle Rage. Okay, so you can actually preview your, I guess, default skills. That looks pretty nifty. That's a really in-depth skill. Look at that. First attack, second attack, third attack. Whoa, you can actually go really deep into this. And actually, oh, that's pretty nifty. Look at this. Physical damage, magic damage, defense, curses, and specialty. Magic skills like curse and debuff enemies. Oh, that's pretty nifty. They actually can show you what kind of mostly, dang, can't speak today. Which specific speciality, or you get the idea. What class does most physical damage, whether it has high defense, magic defense, sorcery. See what archery is. Alright, so physical damage does lots. For sorcery, vitalism looks like a tank class. Occultism looks to be magic and curses, so like more like a debuff kind of thing. Shadow play is physical damage and curses. I didn't see any class that had a high buff system. Not really. Everything was mostly magic damage, defense, curses, physical damage. No buffs. Interesting. Anyway, let's just choose this, I guess, standard one, Battle Rage, more like the warrior class, I'm assuming, but it looks like curses. That's kind of funny. Oh well. So I guess like a magic style warrior. Alright, so let's choose a name. Let's choose AGamer. So actually, oh, no. Apparently I can't put spaces in between. Can I? No, I can't do that either. I can't capitalize a second letter either, so I guess I'm just going to go with AGamer. Let's see if that works. Create AGamer. Finalize this character? Yeah. Confirm. Alright, so it accepted my name. And there I am. Not as badass as I was looking in the, customization or preview screen, but I guess that'll do just fine. So I'm in the nation of wandering coins. Anyway, enough talk. Let's actually get into the game. I don't know how long I actually spent in there, but I think a little bit too much. Anyway, let's go kill some stuff.
An ancient bard's tale once dubbed the
Alright, so here's a cutscene, I guess, from the beginning of the actual class. You can actually look at this later, because I actually want to get into the gameplay. So, escape? Yeah, escape skips the cutscene. Although it did look pretty elaborate. And first loading screen of the game. Sweet. Been wanting to see this for a little while. Loading screen's not too shabby. Just a ship in the open sea. Would have liked something more, but I guess what can you expect? Alright, so ArcheAge. Craft, claim, and conquer. Use the ranged raid invite command to form a raid with nearby players. Alright, so little tips. Since there are giving tips, I actually would prefer maybe like a next button, or maybe it cycles through tips. Apparently it does not. Actually, I sort of like that tip section. Could be helpful for new players like me. I mean, could be. I don't know. I don't know if they did a survey of how helpful this little tip engine is. Oh well. Alright, so 30%. Yeah, learning fairly quickly, but, if I'm a regular player, this probably would have bugged the hell out of me already. Probably would have gotten a cup of beer, bottle of beer, cup of tea, I don't know, whatever you prefer. Okay, 50%. You know what? Editing time. Let's do a little fast forward. Sweet. Alright, I'm back.
The keys move your character, and the mouse buttons control the camera and the view.
Cool. Alright then, so a nice little voice in my head telling me how to move my character. WSD and Q and E move sideways, so that's actually very helpful. I like that.
Press F or right right-click to activate quests from NPCs with punctuation marks or flowers above their heads.
Alright, so I can press F to either talk to them or right-click. So whatever's useful, I guess. F. Let's press F. I'm sort of used to it. Oh, cool. So it's actually sort of cinematic. I guess you can see the NPC I'm talking to. She has a little dialogue that I can read, or I can just accept the quest, which is G. Surprisingly, it's not F. I wonder what F does. F is next. Alright, so let's just accept it. Targeting. Alright, what's this?
It's automatically added to the quest tracker on the right side of your screen. You can then follow the arrow beneath your feet to the location of the quest's objectives.
Oh, that's pretty nifty. Alright, so
Position on the
oh, she was talking. Oh, my bad. Anyway, that's kind of nifty. Okay, so it shows the nearby quests, I guess. I guess that's my first quest. And it looks like chat want to sell. Oh, that's pretty good. Chat seems to be lively. Not bad. Alright, so I know what most people want to see right now is actually not the quest system, but actually the graphics options. So let's see what we got here. We got, you know, the standard stuff, texture. Everything's on high for me so far. Not doing too bad. Although I should drop it down. I actually dropped down shadows here because I actually was having issues. So I'm afraid if I actually increase shadows, I'll be lagging even furthermore. So you know, if you like graphics, there you go. And if you want to see a graphics video, I guess just look it up because I don't think my computer is going to be able to handle it. In fact, actually, I'm not handling it right now. Kind of looks like I'm doing fairly well. Maybe 30 frames per second. Anyway, let's try to do the quest at hand. Actually, let's check out my inventory. Let's see how inventory managed. Alright, so here's my bag. I got an extra slot here, not too bad. I got potions, mana potion. I have no idea what the heck this is, and a book, teleportation book. So I guess like a Hearthstone from World of Warcraft. That would be kind of nifty. Alright, so let's head towards the quest and see what we gotta do. We got some buttons down here. Looks like standard 1, 2, 3, shift 1. So I guess like
Any object with a blue exclamation mark can be utilized in some way. Simply right-click the object or press F.
okay, so I can interact with the environment. Let's see what this does. Lighten the campfire. Nifty. With the campfire. You're welcome, Ani. That's your real name. You're late. How can you dwell on such an important day? I guess I sort of missed what it was. Take reward. Thank you. And yeah, I'm not reading the quest much, but I'm assuming something's going on. Is it my birthday? Do I get presents? That'd be pretty nifty. Alright, I see an enemy here. Let's see if I can attack it. Okay, so I target it first.
To be most effective in battle, try to vary the skills you use. Your shortcut keys will make it easier to alternate between them.
Alright, so thank you. So I have them targeted. For some reason my 1 and my 3 are not highlighted. I'm assuming it's because I have to be in close range. So let's just attack. Yeah, there we go. So I'm in close range. Let's go with 1. Let's go with 3. Move around a bit. Can I do that? Sweet. Come on. Come on. Oh, I guess 1 is on cooldown. There we go.
Corpses that sparkle can be looted for items and coins. F picks up all items, while G lets you pick and choose.
Okay, cool. So if I want to choose everything, I'll just press F or G. Let's press G and see if I know what I get. I get Farmer's Coin Purse with a question mark. Apparently bonds on pickup. And what was that? Oh man, I pressed F. Hang on a second, I want to read that. Let's try again. 2. Let's go. Alright, so range. What am I attacking? A plateau fox. Okay, not too bad. Guess there's some standard enemies like rats and all that good stuff. Sweet. Alright, let's go back to G. Spend 1 labor to open the pouch and see what's inside. What the heck's a labor point? Alright, let's find out. Let's go to my inventory here. And then labor points. What's a labor point? Is this my labor point? No, that's the items I have. Labor points. That's not it. Well, I guess let's just use them. Wait, is this labor points? Looks like coins. No, that's coins. Anyway, open. Yay! Alright, the labor system.
Labor points to gather, mine, craft, and perform other vocational activities.
From what I understand, there's a different currency in the game called labor points that basically you require to do everything. Yeah, that doesn't sound too pleasant. But what I hear was that the more you play, the more labor points you gain. Oh, here it is. I have 23 labor points out of 2,000. You regain 5 labor points every 5 minutes while online, and no labor while logged out. Alright, so I guess that's a good way of making you play. And if you want labor points, you gotta keep playing. Although I'm assuming most players are just gonna, you know, just leave their computer on unless they have an AFK system which automatically logs you out. Let's look at the map here. Let's see what we got. Let's see how big the map is. So I'm guessing this is the newbie zone. Seems fairly big. How can I look? Show a larger zone. Okay, if I right click, I can see the map. Alright, so yeah, there's this movie zone. I wonder what red means. That's pretty nifty. Danger, danger level 2. I have no idea what that means, but it sounds badass. And if I right click, alright, so I can see the entire world map. Alright, so this actually looks fairly similar to World of Warcraft system, where if you right click, or I actually don't remember, you see at your region and the map, and then the world, and then dimensions technically. So that's actually pretty nifty. A nice way of customizing the map. Alright, so let's go back to 1 and do whatever it needs us to do. Windstone. Sure, windstone. Touch a windstone. Okay, touch the windstone. Oh, cool, check this out. I'm on all fours. That's pretty cool. Look at me, I'm a cat. Whee! I believe windstones increase my speed? Movement speed? Yeah, okay, not too bad. So I guess just a little way to getting around. That's pretty nice.
Quests with green markers are for your race only. Quests with yellow markers are regional quests. Quests with flower markers are crafting quests.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So there's a variation of what I can do as a race and what I can do in the region. Cool. You're a bit late. Alright, thank you for the gold. Want to go to kill stuff. I know I'm skipping most of the stuff because I just want to get into the meat part of the game, which I know sort of the new area doesn't really do. You can attack target. Well, I already figured that out. So what do I have to do? Can I make this smaller? I think I do. Yes. Oh, there we go. That's much better. I'm assuming the green is me, or is the blue me? Oh, the blue is me, and then the green is my report. Oh, that's pretty nice. So it actually shows you where you gotta go. Alright, let's try it. Let's try it. Let's kill 5 animals, or actually 5 foxes. Hoya!
Target is facing the wrong direction.
What do you mean target is facing the wrong direction? As long as I face the right direction, doesn't matter. You can attack. Alright, know that. Thank you. I gotta right click on it? Well, can't I just left click to examine it first? That'd be kind of nice. I don't want to enter combats. Alright, that's too shabby. Killed 3 things. Alright, so 1 more. Okay, so I can left click. It's just, you gotta be very precise for some reason. Okay. Oh, that's nice. I can actually see the health bar and all its, not description, details. That's nice. I like that. Especially, that's what Guild Wars 2 needs. It needs a health bar that actually shows the numbers. If I click it, will I? No, that doesn't work. I actually have to scroll over. Yeah, I gotta actually scroll over to look at the details. Can I move back? Oh, that's nice. Sweet. Look at this. Haha, I can't touch this. What the hell is this? Oh, that little gray bar. Doesn't matter. I'm killing this box. Alright, just finish it off. And I got my quest done. Sweet. Graphically, whoa. That's some serious draw distance. Not bad. Well, this game is running on Crysis 3 engine. Not Crysis 3, it's running on Crytek. Or what? God damn it. CryEngine 3. There we go. It is running on CryEngine 3, so I'm assuming it's going to have a huge draw distance. Pretty nifty. Awesome. And now, I gotta collect stuff. Way! Adventure! Collecting. Killing. Oh! A cutscene! Oh, that's adorable. Oh, is that me? It is me! Aw, I'm adorable. Cool, now what do I do now? I have no idea what the heck I'm doing. Well, let's see. Report to this person. What, can I touch him? I mean, one of these are mine, clearly, but none of them are mine. Oh, okay, let's just talk to him. Actually, I wanted to say, if you press W twice, I think you dash? Yeah, that's pretty nifty. Sweet, look at me go! Whee! Alright, I'm not running. Although it does drain my mana. Okay, so I'm a warrior with mana, makes sense. You get to see me quite along. Okay, cool. Thanks. Do I get my pet now? I've earned the skill point. Sweet!
In the menu bar, or press K to open the skills window.
Okay, so I can press K to open my skill window. So let's actually look at what each class has. Oh, I was about to say, do I actually have to put skills into emotes? That'd be pretty funny as hell. Also, proficiency. So I guess like the crafting system, logging, metalwork. Damn, there's a lot. Look at this. Larceny. I have no idea what larceny is. Maybe is that how much I kill? And it doesn't really give me a description. That's pretty cool. Language. Oh, that's sweet. There's other languages in the game, so I can actually learn them. Wow, that's very in-depth. Whoa, that's actually very impressive. I gotta admit, this And this, thumbs up. Very impressive. Alright, so my basic skills, I guess I can recall. I guess I can add these to my hotbar. Let's see what combat styles I got. Very in-depth as well. Look at this. Combo inflicts additional 13% damage on shaken targets. I guess that's sort of like weakened targets or something. Passive, 10, I don't know what these numbers are. Well, I got 3, so I'm assuming the green means I can get this, or I can power up this. Or not. Okay, put that back. Put that back. Can't put it back. There we go, put it back. Learning requires Battle Rage 10. Okay, well, how do I put it in? Learning skill lost at level 5. Reset skills. That does absolutely nothing. Uses 1 skill point. Well, if I click it, will it work? No, it doesn't work. Do I have to click it here? Oh, okay, so I guess the only one I can learn is throwing the dagger. I gotta learn Battle Rage.
If you use a skill in your shortcut bar that has a
That's right,
highlighted
yeah.
frame, you can gain a bonus combo effect.
Okay, so combos. Let's see what it does. I don't know. Wait, hang on a second. Use skills with highlighted frame to activate combo. Oh, let's try it out.
You'll find it easier to alternate between.
Andrew, thank you.
Spend skill points to learn new skills. Click the skill icon in the menu bar, or press K to open this.
Okay, well that's pretty nifty. Alright, so I think my time is up here. I got 15 to 10 minutes out of it. From the first impressions, not that shabby actually, although I sort of don't like the skill. I don't know, it feels a bit clunkered here. I don't know, it's really small. Looks, I mean, I'm pretty sure I can change the size, but it still feels a bit too clunky. I don't know why. Graphics looks pretty damn amazing. I mean, check that out. Look at that draw distance. I can see, like, to the horizon. Damn. I mean, Crytek, CryEngine 3. Very impressive. I mean, look at this. Customization, not too shabby, I guess. Nothing too impressive, except the scars, and I can actually move them around wherever I want them, and let's see how far I can zoom in. Look at that. I can actually see my... Yep, there we go. I can actually see my scar. That's pretty badass. That's so far what it's got for customization. Inventory system looks interesting. But some other info that I have actually learned. You can actually get a pet. Crafting system. Actually, I don't really know anything about the crafting system. There's housing system, which is actually very impressive. There's a day-night cycle. That's actually pretty cool, too. I didn't see that. And, yeah, so if you want to learn more about this game, or actually it's free to download, so if you want to download it, just try it out. And it's free. I'll leave a link in the description. Check it out if you don't like it. And doesn't matter. It's free. There is a paid subscription, so you get a little bit more, I guess, benefits to it. Like, I know you get more labor points. And look at that. I already got 33. There's an experience bar there. Awesome. So, you know what? This game, I can give it a try. I give it a try.